Hello. Many times a landlord has to put in front of the building a tree for the holiday of the Goyim. Is that permitted? People that have stores have to put in the storefront the holiday of the Goyim tree. Is that permitted? The Shevet HaLevi in Chelek Yud, Siman Kuf Lamed Bet, was asked such a question. He says the following thing. He says that there's two things that has to be over here discussed. One is halacha and the other is hanhaga. The halacha, it is permitted because there's no issur to benefit from such a thing, but rather the only issur in the Torah and in the halacha that's brought down is to have benefit from a noy avodah zarah, from tikrovet avodah zarah. You're not allowed to be neheneh from anything that decorates the avodah zarah or comes to glorify, beautify the avodah zarah itself. Avodah zarah means a certain thing that was worshipped, like a statue. So if you don't have something that was worshipped and there are decorations around it or anything that comes to beautify it, such a thing is not prohibited halachically, and therefore this tree doesn't come for the avodah zarah that is worshipped, but rather it's only a symbol of the holiday. Although it's a holiday of avodah zarah, but it's not that the tree itself comes to benefit the avodah zarah, and therefore, says the Shevet HaLevi, such a thing halachically is not a problem. There is another problem over here that the Shevet HaLevi doesn't speak about, and that is the Isur of V'buchukoteihem lo telechu, that the Shulchan Aruch brings down and the Poskim point out, which means you're not allowed to do things that imitate what the Goyim do, especially for their holiday or for their religion. And therefore, such a thing has an aspect of Isur of Bechukotem lo telechu that Torah specifically emphasizes. Secondly, there's something over here that's called anhaga. It's not correct to do such a thing. It's a kiyur. It's not something morally correct. Halachically, it might not be a problem of avodah zarah, but there's definitely not something that a Jew should have in his possession. And therefore, it says the Shevet HaLevi that the correct approach to this would be that if the tenant themselves want to get together and put the tree together, or there's a super that's not Jewish and he wants to get these things together and put them, he can tell him to do whatever he wants, but he himself doesn't require such a thing, and he doesn't encourage such a thing, and he doesn't want such a thing as well. But if they want to put such a thing, says the Shevet HaLevi, they can get together and do it for their own sake.